So is pressure on India growing after 6 civilians were killed, and will talks at the NSA level go on next week?
India summoned Abdul Basit, Pakistan's High Commissioner in New Delhi, to lodge a strong diplomatic protest against the firing by Pakistani troops that's killed 6 civilians in Balakote region of Jammu and Kashmir.
The issue of continued unprovoked firing by Pakistani troops since August 8 has been raised on several occasions at the DGMO level. Assurances were also received from the Pakistan military authorities that the firings would stop and their troops would be instructed accordingly. But in fact, the firings have continued up until today.
But tensions only seem to escalate, with the Pakistan High Commissioner, after meeting the officiating Foreign Secretary, blamed India for the ceasefire violations.
We are obviously very concerned about it, and secondly, our side would like to have a more effective mechanism in place as to determine as to who indulges in these unprovoked firing.
With Jammu and Kashmir seeing one of the highest civilian casualties on a single day of ceasefire violations, New Delhi will now be under pressure to call off the proposed talks between the National Security Advisors of India and Pakistan that's scheduled on August 23rd and 24th. Senior Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad, who visited the injured in a Jammu hospital, targeted the Prime Minister for not sending a tough message to Pakistan from the ramparts of the Red Fort.
Pakistan को कंडम करना चाहिए था कल लाल किले से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री, और बजाय पहले इलेक्शन में जब वो चेयरमैन थे तब तो 56 इंच की 56 इंच की छाती पाकिस्तान को ही कहते थे, हमें नहीं कहते थे. तो आज तो उन्होंने 6 इंच की छाती भी नहीं दिखाई कल 15 अगस्त के दिन.
They now feel much more secure than ever before, and whenever I have visited these areas after each incident of such firing happening, I have been told by the local residents there that this is after several years that we are witnessing a befitting response from the Indian side.
The latest round of ceasefire violations ironically began on a day when Nawaz Sharif, sending his greetings to Prime Minister Modi on India's 69th Independence Day, reiterated that all issues between the two countries could be settled only through dialogue. Ever since India and Pakistan, following the Modi-Sharif meeting at the Russian city of Ufa in July this year, decided to resume dialogue, border areas have seen heavy exchange of fire. Last year in August, India had to call off Foreign Secretary level talks at the very last minute after the Pakistan High Commission went ahead and met Kashmiri separatists, despite India's request not to do so. So will the proposed talks between National Security Advisors of India and Pakistan meet a similar fate? There's no official word on it, but clearly pressure on India is growing. With camera person Manjunath, Sandeep Hukan, NDTV.